Well, good morning, everybody. Everybody's doing well. All right. How you doing, Tom? Good to see you up on here. I saw you doing some work yesterday. I'm gonna have to catch some more of your streams because I don't get a chance to see them that often. You know what? I'm doing pretty good. I got a lot of stuff that needs to get done. So that, being busy is not a bad thing, as they say. What's up, Poncho? Thank you all for being here. So as soon as I see Rob jump in, which I think he's on here. Yep, he is. Hold on one second. We're going to have Rob jump in, and he is going to be part of the stream today. So it'll be pretty fun. Let me not do that. All right, let's get him on as co-host here. Invite him in, and we're going to get things moving. All right, so he is on as our co-host.
Hello there.
How you doing, sir?
What's up, Marcus?
Oh, this is looking dope.
Yeah, I yesterday, so I got some commissions I'm working on with Scotty over in UK.
Uh-huh.
And I'm doing 4 11 by 17 Ninja Turtle Brothers in samurai gear connecting. And so
I did see that.
I had to take a brain break and creativity break, and I started doing the gunslinger. So
yeah, I saw those turtles. They look very much like the old school comic, like the original one, like Kevin Eastman did years ago.
Yep.
So I was very impressed by that. I like the take on it. So,
oh yeah.
Are you sending this one over to custom to go ahead and cut it up?
I'm thinking about it because, man, it it screams custom style. It's got a lot of negative space and everything like that. We'll see by the time it gets done.
Gotcha. Yeah, he just wrapped up a spawn that I did a couple of months ago, and that came out really cool. I loved every bit of that one. So yeah, he's been killing it with these spawn ones though.
Yeah, I bought. Oh man, I can't remember the artist's name. He's in Mexico. But he did a killer gunslinger, and I was like, yeah, I gotta have that. So
I
my
get you.
gunslinger is actually one of my favorite spawn versions, just because I've been kind of on a western kick here lately.
Yep.
And so, gunslinger fits right in with that. I did an indie cover with one of the showrunners that I know called Deputized, and did a lot of research into old color palette for the old west, pictures and movies and stuff. And I think I got it. Hang on, I'll show you. Oh, there it is.
Oh, that came out really good. I like the perspective.
So it's based on Fort Worth, Texas, but I put a lot of the Arizona hills and mountains in it and stuff. So it's based on Fort Worth, called Hell's Half Acre, and yeah, he asked me if I wanted to do a cover, and I'm like, does anybody really say no when anybody says, "Do you want to do a cover?"
Right.
And so that was my first. That was my first cover.
That is dope. Looked really good.
Thank you. Yeah, we're trying to. I'm waiting on. He's got some other ones. He's through Charter Comics. He owns Charter Comics.
Okay.
And his name is Chris Hayes.
Good morning, Aunt.
So
that is very cool.
He's a really good dude. His family is. His whole family runs Texoma Comic in.
Oh, we lost you there for a sec. What's up, mine? Welcome, welcome, welcome. You got Art by Rob and me today, guys, so it's a very different show. It's not just me talking today. I think Rob might have gotten a call, so he'll be back on in just a sec. But today I was supposed to be working on some cards, but I got commissions that are calling my name, so I got to do that first.
Sorry, I had a phone call.
No worries at all. Yeah, just updating people on what's going on.
I actually have a package that was lost in my house for MentalCon, and I got to work on some cards as well. These are I don't know. Oh God, where are they, dude? I'm such in a bad spot. Like trying to find crap. My desk is in shambles. I got stuff that's going here and there. Oh, here they are. I'm doing so I did these for Burger Family Foundation,
Oh, those are
donating
cool.
cards. Yeah, so I did Aja, Doom.
Very clean.
Did a pencil sketch of Leia on Hoth.
Very nice.
CAD. Did a Terminator. I could have done Terminator better, but I just kind of Wolvie.
Gotcha.
I had so much fun with this one, Spider Punk.
That looks rad. I like that one.
Took it back to the tagging days.
Yes.
My version of Leatherneck from TMNT.
Very cool.
Krang.
That's a cool team up. I like that.
Yeah. And then this is my favorite one, my Bowser card.
That came out really good. Is that with colored pencil and marker?
Yeah. Yep.
That looks good.
Yep. And then those got to get shipped out tomorrow. And man, just got to work on the other stuff. The other set of cards I'm doing is for MentalCon.
Okay.
And they're all charity cards. They're all donation cards. So
that's very neat. What's up, Nazza? Welcome.
I can't find the show. Like I hate trying to find shows on my computer because I can't find them. Like it's.
You like looking for like a streaming show or something?
Yeah, I'm looking for this one so I can see the chat in.
Gotcha.
In our, and I can't find the damn thing.
Can you go into your what is it? Into your messages because it's in there.
Oh, that would make sense, wouldn't it? There it is. This is why we have smart people that we co-host with. There it is.
Wow, somebody asked me about the motorcycle. So this is actually, I don't know if I had another motorcycle one. I think this might be my first one. But no, I feel like I should have had more space for it, but I was like, I wanted to have more of the Batman and some elements of who is it? Ghost Rider. So this was commissioned by Jonas. Oh, not Jonas, Joseph. So we're doing a Ultimate Batman with Ghost Rider powers. So it's gonna be really, so it's an intense cover.
That's kind of OP right there.
I'm trying. Yeah, I would love to do it bigger, but this was the commission, so this is all the space they get.
That would be a rad idea for like an 11 by 17. Really.
Yeah, I mean that. I going that big, I gotta start charging more because I go a little crazy when I get big spaces.
Right. So that how much do you normally charge for like an 11 by 17 if you don't mind me?
I think my 11 by 17s are going for 120, but I'm gonna probably have to go more than that because Like when I did Joe says Alien versus Xenomorph, that thing
Yeah,
was I had only a piece of paper that was 11 by 17 and I just went crazy on that. But I like doing those characters. And when
yeah.
you gotta do them big. So it was a lot of
Yep.
ink, a lot of time.
Gotta go big or go home.
Yeah. And that one was fun. I mean, I don't know if you saw that one, but that one was crazy.
I think
Um,
I saw it when you were like first starting out, and I was like, man, this is.
let me see. Let me
Uh,
see if I got my phone. Yeah, when it was done, I almost didn't want to send it to him because it was like, this thing is really cool.
I told Scotty the same thing yesterday. I said, Scotty, I'm really getting into these turtles. So he was like, nope, it's mine.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm turning it into a print, so it's all good. I'm not stressing it.
See,
Let's
I
see if
want to
I
do an art book, and
can.
the turtles are going to be the center focal point of the book.
Right,
And I'm going to do a 2 page
Richie.
pull out that actually turns into a poster. So like the middle 2 pages
Hmm.
will turn into like a poster style pull out.
Oh, you're doing like old school kind of book. Okay, I see you.
Yeah.
I got you. There it is. That's it.
Yeah, dude, that fucking thing is ridiculous.
Yeah, I did my best to make that happen. Hey, Ant, I'm gonna go ahead and update that. I meant to do that last night. I'll go ahead and update that bin right now.
I was gonna leave this just regular white. Like I'm not doing any detail in this front part. I want it to be this black and white.
Hmm.
There's no detail in that. Uh, but I am doing like the mountains back behind. And then I did this I was messing around and on one of my cards, I think it was Commander Cody. I did like the battleground behind it and I used the warm grays to do like these little debris dots, and man, it
Hmm.
turned out so nice, and it's kind of like my way to go now.
Makes
So
sense.
yeah.
Yeah, I hope you do send this over to him. This is going to be a fire piece when you get it done. It's going to look so good.
Yeah, I went a little bit crazy on whatnot this week, so I gotta get some projects done and some cards sold. And
Oh, you went on a buying spree, huh?
yeah, well, whenever the blanks are out there, uh,
Got-
I have I have a problem when it comes to blanks. Like I probably got a long box full of blanks, and I looked at it, and that's why I was like, oh, gunslinger, that's what we're doing.
yeah, you can't.
So
You're not going to do wrong by that one. Somebody's going to end up snagging that thing up for sure.
yeah, I mean I hope so. I when you do stuff and you really like, I wouldn't be hurt if nobody did buy it. Just put it and send it to CGC, get it slabbed, and you know
Yeah, I'm sure though that if you're now, do you do any cons or anything like that? Because I'm
I
pretty sure, like,
do.
yeah,
Um,
it'll get picked up.
the only con, so like last year I did 9 cons, and man, it was so physically and mentally taxing on me that I was like, no, I'm not doing that again. So like I'm doing 3 this year plus some local shows, because local shows I seem to do better,
Yeah,
and I don't have to worry about an astronomical booth fee or any of that stuff. So
I agree. I think I do like two, and both of them are like pretty pretty local. Um,
right,
the overhead is way less. That's my biggest thing. I don't like having to buy hotels and all that kind of good stuff if I don't have to.
yeah.
Gets a little pricey.
I
All
did.
right.
I do. So this year I did Texoma Comic Con, which is in Durant, Oklahoma, which is like 40 minutes away from me.
Okay.
So I didn't have to have a hotel. And then I did Boomtown Comic Con, which is a fairly new one, and it's
Okay.
out in Borger, Texas, out in Oil Town, Texas. And
Okay.
it's run by a guy named Greg Harms,
All right.
uh, and he is a pretty good artist. Uh, and so this year for that I did three exclusives. That's how I pay for the booth.
Okay.
And I did an exclusive for Ryan Babcock, who plays my next con, Tom, is Rebel Scum Con in Frisco, Texas. All Star Wars. Can't wait.
That's gonna be a good one.
Last year I did it, and honestly, I will tell you that is probably one of the best shows that I've ever gone to. In terms of one, the people, uh, and just the love that they have for Star Wars. You know, because if
Hmm.
you're going to an all Star Wars con, you know that you're going to have the uh, all the love out there. Last year, I got my Sam Witwer was there, who voices Darth Maul,
Yeah.
and I got one of my
No
cards
problem.
signed by him.
Hmm.
So that I drew that at Bell County Comic Con the weekend before when I was vending, and Sam signed right there across the blade.
That's dope.
And then I got it verified. So that is now part of my PC. And I started doing that with all the celebrities. Uh, I just kind of I just kind of ask them like, hey, you know, I'm a vendor and all that, and can you sign these cards? I was like, you know, they don't get sold, and I mean, somebody would have to offer me like a butt ton of money.
Yeah, because you're part of your personal collection. I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
would never.
I send them out to. I've been sending them out to PSA. I haven't sent these out to PSA yet, but yeah.
Gotcha. Hey, Kendall. Hey, X Gary. Good morning. Yeah, Kendall's got some stuff. He's next on the plate after this one.
Kendall's a good dude.
Yeah,
Good
Kendall's got
morning,
some good
Kendall.
ideas. I mean, he's got 6 pieces that he wants me to do. 3 are starting. He's just waiting for my CGC application to wrap up so that way he can do the others. Um,
Right?
but we're doing Krang. Let's see, Rocksteady and Bebop. That's the start.
Those are my guys right there.
So that's going to be a fun one. I haven't done a Rocksteady and Bebop in probably like several years,
Right?
but yeah, he's let me do my thing and let me do my take on it. So I'm all about that.
That's the best things right there, man.
Yeah, I'm doing a mix between like some of the stuff that they did in the movie, not all of it, and then a lot of stuff from the cartoon. Like,
Those are my favorite Bebop and Rocksteady from the cartoon back in the day.
yeah, I think they're very cool characters. I mean, I just think stylistically they can be, upgraded. I just don't want to make them goofy. I want to make them like more vicious. You
Beefy.
know,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I don't mind having the big gut on Rocksteady, but I
Mm,
just want him to be, you know, the right fit.
yeah, like you don't want to pull a Spider-Man or whatever with the Rhino.
Yes.
That to me was an ultimate fail.
Yeah. I just,
They could have done so much more.
yeah, I agree. That movie was pretty bad. um, I Rhino just didn't make any sense. There's a lot of decisions that just did not work for that movie. Um, but
Yep.
you know, it, they had a good guy playing Spider-Man. I mean, Andrew Garfield did a good job.
Yeah, I mean it. You know, it's half a dozen decisions in one hand and half a dozen in the other.
That's true. Kendall saying that your stuff looks dope.
Thank you, Kendall. I'm just trying
Yeah.
to make sure I don't mess up the background. You know, it'd be a real shame to just
Yeah.
get all of it done and then I think one of the best pieces of advice I ever gave somebody is they're like, "Well, you know, what do you do? What do you start with?" I said, "Always start with the face." And they're like, "Why start with the face?" I said, "Because that way, if you mess it up, you don't have to continue with the rest of it."
That makes sense.
Yeah. So always start with the face, and then if you mess up the face, you just chalk it up to a loss and start over.
Yeah, I learned that lesson from an animator from Disney. He was like, "It's always about the eyes and the face of the characters. You don't get those right, it'll throw
You're
off your
done.
entire piece." I'm like, "Yeah,
Yep.
that does make sense because it's all tied in there."
Yep. I have so almost every single year at TexomaCon, uh, Chris Hayes does a really good job of Texoma Comic Con. He's had Peter Smith there, who was a Disney Pixar animator,
Mm-hmm.
and I've got to talk to him, and then Greg Peters, who did the Animaniacs.
Yes.
So my background is in computer animation. That is
Oh,
my
sweet.
degree. So I do a lot of 3D. Well, here lately I haven't, but I do 3D character modeling and stuff like that. And so you know, to those guys, yeah, the jersey just came out right there, just so y'all know.
What's up, Patrick?
Uh, they were actually probably some of the best to talk to uh, in regards to animation and just that fun old Disney style, not that new stuff that they got going on.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, I think the only other person I'd love to sit down with is Dave Filoni and John Favreau.
Yeah, they would be some good ones.
Yeah,
Probably more
because
Dave Filoni than Fabro.
yeah, I mean, Favreau would be more on like the Mando side of things. You know, he did a good job with Dave, and I'm glad that Kathleen Kennedy is gone. Maybe Dave
Yep.
can save the Star Wars franchise now.
We'll see. And
I
Kendall, to
mean,
answer your question, yes.
he's killing it with Maul.
Yeah, that Mall series is really good. But however, I mean, that was a Kathleen Kennedy, thumbs up show first before she left. So that was like her last hurrah before she left.
Yeah, but I'm just glad she wasn't there to try and like have any influence over how to do it.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that we can get past the Mandalorian. I'm not a fan of the Mandalorian.
Oh
So
gosh, you hurt my heart.
I'm sorry. I just it's very, in my opinion, it's very generic. The first season was great. The second season not as good as for me. Um, and the movie looks like the TV show, which
So funny
it's
story. The movie is supposed to replace season 4.
I heard, yes. But the problem that I have with the Mandalorian is that if you are trying to cater to the masses, which is like the 70% the people that really don't know Star Wars, they're
Yeah,
gonna kind of be lost. So how do you bridge that gap? That's the problem. Like
yeah,
my for example, like when they decided they want to go and do like the solo movie and stuff, my wife came in and she's like, "What the hell is this? Like, where does this tie in? I don't understand. Why are they doing this?" Um,
yep.
because everybody knew it was just Star Wars, and it's very confusing and jostling to people's whole thing. Um, they proved that with like the Marvels. They did the same exact thing. They brought the Marvels into the movie, and my wife's like, "Who are these people?"
Yeah.
They weren't able to explain it. But that being said, I'm not saying that it's a bad show. I think it's a cool concept because we get to see different characters, which I really like.
Yeah.
Um, it just wasn't for me. It was a weird kind of show. Um,
So with Mando, I was working doing general contracting at Fort Hood
mhm,
uh, with a company, and the QC guy uh, was watching Mando, and he's like, Rob, I'm so stinking lost, and I'm like, Ron, here, I'm going to give you some homework to do. You're not going to have to watch all of the Clone Wars, but you are going to have to watch some things. You know what I mean? Like, so I gave him all the episodes with the Mandalorian, uh, so he knew about, like, Mandalore and all that stuff like that. And I think that's it, guys. Now it's just colored pencil.
damn, that was quick.
So like the background, I didn't want to put a whole lot of detail in it, because just for the sake, if I do send it to custom, like, I know he's gonna go nuts and cut out some stuff. You know what I
Right.
mean? So like, and I want him to. I want him to. I mean, I took it edge to edge. He's probably only gonna cut, I think he says, an inch in. So like, I didn't give him a whole lot, and he could probably cut out like this part of the hat and all that. I'm just gonna leave everything else gray.
Gotcha.
I'm not. I'm not gonna do the hat. I'm not gonna do the pants or anything. I just want to leave it like that.
That makes sense.
Yeah. This is a cover that I'm working on with Presto's Comics right now. This is a sneak peek, guys. Y'all can't say nothing.
That's fun.
Yeah. So that's going to be a cover that we're working with, and it's going to go through Tidal Wave.
Okay.
And so that is like my. They wanted to do. They were like, hey, do we want to do Star Wars, or do we want to do uh,
Peanuts.
Peanuts? And so they went with Peanuts, and I was like, all right, well, hold my beer and watch this. I'm going to do a Peanut Star Wars. Got me messed up.
That's a cool mix. I like it. Came out really good.
Thank you. I tried, man. I did several sketches where I was like, yeah, I don't know if I like that so much. But yeah,
Yeah, we all go through those. Um,
yeah,
for example, I'll give you one. Let me see if I can find it here because I know I have it. Oh, where did it go? Oh, it's in customs bundle. So the other day, I don't know if you might have been on here or not for it. So I was doing this Aquaman,
yep,
and I completely gutted that Aquaman. Like it was a completely different rendered picture altogether. And then we went with this forced perspective with with the spear and everything. So that way now he has something really cool to look at. So I'm
right.
doing that one for him. I don't really usually ever do backgrounds for him because he likes to do his thing. He wants to add his little flavor to it. So I never really add backgrounds to him. They work out really well.
Yeah, let him put his spin on it.
Oh yeah, I like when he does that. I actually took something from him the other day when I was doing my Spider-Man piece. He put all these webs around the art that I did just to kind of like spice it up a little bit, and then he cut out like the open areas of the web. And I was like,
Yeah,
man, that's a really cool idea. I was in the airport watching him do this. I'm like, that is really fire. So I'm gonna take that
yeah.
idea.
He is amazing. I did the turtle collab with him,
Hmm.
and I did Raph, and man, we did the ASM 300 homage.
Hmm.
And I'm not a big, so don't anybody crucify me over this, but I'm not really a big turtles. Uh, I can draw them, and I will have fun doing it. But if somebody says, "Hey, who's your favorite to draw?" it's not going to be a turtle.
That
It's
makes
going to be
sense.
It's going to be Star Wars. It's always going to be Star Wars. Like I love drawing Maul. I love drawing Vader. Anything Star Wars is usually where you will you will find me on that train.
I get you. Yeah, everybody's got their little thing. I mean, I get it. I'm more of like I'm a comic guy, so that's where my stuff sticks.
Yeah.
Uh, I enjoy definitely drawing the turtles. They're fun. I like drawing the more obscure characters. Um, I think if I'm looking at Star Wars, Maul by far is the one I love to draw the most.
He's the most intricate. Uh, him and Darth Talon.
Yeah,
Uh, Revan is a fun one to draw as well.
never had that opportunity for that one.
So, yeah, Revan is one of the old Republic fallen Jedi Knights, and
Yes.
so for him, you know, there's a lot of research that has to be done with him, like the way the reason he wears the mask. You really need to understand his full character
Hmm.
to get his persona right, because you
Correct.
want him. Yeah, you want him to be like half Jedi Knight and half Sith, but he really wasn't full Sith. He was kind of like a Mace Windu, and I love Mace Windu's character.
Very underrated character.
He is, but so you know, here's a fun fact, a fun nerd fact. Uh, do you know that Samuel L. Jackson wasn't even the first choice for uh for Mace Windu?
I did not know that.
Yep, there was a rapper that George Lucas wanted, and that rapper before he died was Tupac Shakur.
Wow, I would never have seen that one.
Well, because Mace Windu was supposed to be very like philosophical and everything like that, and when they did Samuel L. Jackson, another fun fact on Samuel L. Jackson's lightsaber, it says "Bad Mother Effer" on it.
Yes, that part I do know about.
So, yeah.
Yep. You picked the
All right.
one saber that wasn't supposed to be in the series. Like purple was his saber. I
Yep.
know
And
that.
then there's only one or two other people that wielded purple lightsabers in canon, and that was Mara Jade, who wound up marrying Luke Skywalker, who was
Huh.
originally supposed to kill him, and then uh, Mace Windu and Revan had a red and a purple lightsaber.
I did see that. That's right. That is right.
So now I'm going to do all these highlights, and I think I'm going to be done with this because I don't want to. You know, there's such a thing as going too far.
Yeah, you start noodling at it too much, tear it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I learned that one from who was it? J. Scott Campbell. It's like you gotta know
Yep.
when to say stop.
Yep. If you don't, you're liable to mess it up.
Yep. Agreed.
And I think that is done.
So you
Yeah, I
mentioned
think
Fort Hood. I was curious on that because I think my daughter's at Fort Hood in Kendall. Is that correct? Or Killeen?
Colleen.
Yes.
Yep, Colleen is the town that borders Fort Hood. Well, actually, so Fort Hood takes up three different counties. It's uh, well, man, shoot, I haven't been there since 2018. I go back for Bell County Comic Con every single year because that's the first con I ever vended at.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I got some friends that still live there.
Hmm.
So,
I'll have to
yep.
jump out there because I mean we're out there. I was just out there a couple weeks ago.
Well,
Colleen is, man, don't get me to lying. I hate Colleen. Colleen is garbage. But see, here's the thing: is every military, any town that's now near a military installation, man, you get your thugs, thieves, and all the other stuff, and it's terrible. I lived out on the outskirts of Killeen in a fairly nice neighborhood, and yeah.
Yeah,
So
I've enjoyed it. I mean, if you're near the highway, that part tends to be a little bit better looking,
yeah,
from what I found. But as soon as you start getting into it, it gets a little rough, very dicey.
yeah, yeah. There's some spots you should definitely stay away from, like the East Gate. Those apartments there. When I first got divorced from my ex-wife, I lived in them. They're pretty rough. Uh, the Actually, I see something that I want to bring more attention to, which is this nose piece.
Oh, I don't have any of the pipes. Shoot. Okay, well that's a problem.
But I mean, it's not a, it's like anywhere else. You just know where to stay away from.
True.
It it ain't like it's gonna be broadcasted. Like you want to stay away from Rancier. Rancier is the main road that comes off the East Gate. But they do have, next time you go, they do have an awesome hamburger joint there, and it's called Galaxy Burger.
I've heard of that. I will
Yeah,
definitely check it out though.
it's all Star Wars memorabilia everywhere. And that is our spot that we go to after we do Bell County. We go
Okay.
to Galaxy Burger, and we all, me and my friends, because that's about the only time I get to see them.
Hmm.
And we go there and eat.
Gotcha. Okay, I will definitely check that out.
Yeah. So uh, I think this is a done deal, guys.
Good deal. Good morning,
Do you
Miss
think?
K. How are you doing today?
I'm wondering if I should do the bullets in color too, but then I'm getting into dangerous territory. Like I think I'm done. I'm gonna
Gotcha.
sign it. I'm gonna sign it, and I'm gonna be done. I'm gonna let it go.
All right. Kendall says the smoky fog in the back should cut out with Rob's gunslinger.
This
My
stuff,
opinion. Yeah.
like the fire around, or like the smoke coming up from him.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it's only that's why I did the lightest color, so I use Master Touch colors, and I know that a lot of people don't, but I get a pretty good result. These are all Master Touch, so you just got to know what you're working with. And I used a warm gray point 0.5, which is the lightest that they have for that
Gotcha.
smoke. So if he was to cut it out, I wouldn't be upset with it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I'm pretty sure he could do some spots like down here. That's that's another reason, like this white smoke and part of the hand. If he cut that and the smoke over here, I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, he's gonna kill that piece if you give it to him.
I don't know if I want to look on the back to see like where things would fall, or if I
Kendall's
should.
I'm sorry,
What's that?
Kendall's asking if you sold that gunslinger piece.
No, I have not, Kendall. This was just something that I decided to do yesterday. This is the so I was watching Woodworker, and this was the pre-sketch that I did.
Way different.
Yeah, I mean that's that's the pre-sketch compare. I wanted to really, so this was the hard part right here is getting his hand to look like he's, so the whole concept behind it is I wanted him to be like an old gunslinger, right? So he's got two firearms, and so I wanted it to be like he shot the demon and send him back to hell, right? So that's where the hand comes in. Is that guy is falling, and he's shot and he's like, boom, you know what I mean? Like the gun is just that reaction, and he's cocking it back again for another shot. And while he's doing that, it's kind of like a fluid matrix motion where Keanu Reeves like spins, and then he's getting ready. He's pulling the jacket back to get his other gun out. I don't know
Okay.
what that conveys, but that was the whole concept, the whole thought process behind it.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So
I can see it.
yeah.
He says, I'll purchase it at the first of the month, but that's cool. I already
Yeah,
have
yeah.
Marcus Gunslinger, so add Rob's to my personal collection as well.
Kendall, you'll get the pre-sketch as well. So let me I gotta sign both, and I just gotta find my pens that are under everything.
What's up, Nice Cards? Welcome to the stream.
Nice, what's up?
Go in here.
Dubs.
Shows. Let me see this. Yeah, you should come on tomorrow because watch tomorrow's show. I have Gabriel coming on, and we're going to be doing a Wolverine Gundam mashup tomorrow.
Oh gosh, I know I want to see that so bad.
That's going to be a fun one.
Those are my two favorite.
I don't even know what I'm going to do. I have no clue.
Kendall, do you want this to go to custom cuts and then have me do his thing, and then if you want, it can be sent to CGC because I do have my man, that is pretty good. I gotta go scan this real quick.
Okay.
So that way I can send it over to Scene Mine Things. What do you say?
Nice Card says Gundam style.
Gundam style.
Kendall says, yeah, sure. You can go ahead, go with the sketches Marcus is doing, and go to CGC.
Okay, so go to custom cuts.
I believe so. Yeah, because I think he's going to end up. I'm sending over stuff for him for a custom to cut, and then I think he also wants to have yours cut as well.
So. Okay, I'll send it to him. What am I doing? I gotta open up my scanner. Sorry, guys.
What was I gonna say? All right, Art, are you still on here? Because I gotta find out and make sure he still wants that Wolverine, Ghost Rider piece.
He said Art, and I was like, oh, okay. I thought you were talking about me. some people that know me.
And I just want to make sure we're still doing the Ghost Rider and Wolverine piece, right? All right, cool, nice.
Oh, you're doing a Ghost Rider and Wolverine for Ant?
Yeah, I did. I know it. I already know exactly what I'm going to do for his, so I'm going to make it look really, really dope.
And this is.
He's doing a 9x12 for his.
So, Kendall, this will make it into my art book. I am trying to. What is the size? We're gonna see what the size is for a comic cover. I don't normally do the scans for it. 6.5 by 10. Nope, it's got to be 10.5. Not 05, Rob. 5. Let me see if I can find the gunslinger that I got from. I have crap everywhere, guys. Like I've been trying to since Boomtown Comic Con. I've been trying to get my life together, and every time I get on Whatnot, my life goes to shambles. And I do have. Oh gosh, man, hang on. We're gonna open some packages. You good with that, Marcus?
Yeah, I'm good with that. Go for
it. These are the cards that I couldn't find for MentalCon, and I think I got to get these done by the end of the month.
Well, you got to hustle.
Nah, cards are okay. So I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything, but most of the cards are pretty quick for me.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I okay, so here is what I'm doing for MentalCon. So these might be a little bit more difficult. I've got a 5x7.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Another 5x7. I've got the really long. It almost looks like 5 or 6 cards put together.
Yeah, I've seen Jim Lee do some of those.
And then the ones that are like 3 or 4. So these are going to be kind of cool. Because the guys were like, yeah, we sent them. And I was like, well, I haven't seen it. And they were in the big pile of crap that was just around. And then I had stacked something on after I got back from the convention. So these might be, I like doing my versus style, which I do like a Street Fighter style versus and a Mortal Kombat style. So like the Street Fighter is more of like profile shots of the faces with like a hand up or whatever. I did a Ghost Rider and Carnage Street Fighter. And then I did a Venom and Carnage Mortal Kombat style for Shaggy styles.
Very cool.
And yeah, they turned out pretty good. So I might do that. And then these right here, I might do like a whole Star Wars battle scene. And then I think I might do, these are, I don't know how many he sent. Like I think it's 1, because these might be some thick cards, man. Ooh, these are like 32-point cards, dude.
Thick ones, huh?
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, that's a big boy.
Yeah, I mean, it's
pretty beefy.
You know, yeah, it's beefy when it makes the noise when you hit it against something.
Yeah, that's how my cards are.
Yep, I got I got 32 points from Iconics, and then I got dude, this gunslinger is taking forever to scan. I have it at 1200 DPI.
Oh.
So, yeah. That'll take a while, Kendall. Hey, I appreciate you, Kendall. What do I want to work on?
Figure out those turtles. I'm looking forward to seeing the end of that.
Woo! Yo, those turtles are rough, man. Like, not that it's rough. Like, this is going to be the kind of color concept.
Gotcha.
That it's going to wind up being. So the shell is going to be like a brownish color. And then I'm going to do like this brassy color for the helmet. And then, the only colors you'll really see, I'm going to integrate like this, the way that Leo's looks right now. Here, I'll show you. So all these strands, right? This is Donnie. So all these strands are going to have like a purple tinge to it to replicate his color palette.
Gotcha.
So, and I still have to, yeah. And then, you'll still see his bandana, and then I still got to put the bandana flow in this way. So So yeah, all these will have like this little replication of purple in the threading, so to speak. So that's Donnie. There's Leo.
What's up, Superman? Wow, that looks so clean.
And
So
I'm not using a regular lining pen. I'm using my lining brush. I figured it was as close to authentic. It's got Asian writing on it. I'm not trying to be racist or anything.
no, yeah, it works. You're just trying
Yeah,
to give it that flow. I get it.
yeah. And so I have actually on this project, I've learned how to use this a lot better than any other project I've ever used it on. So, I'm getting my practice in.
The Woo says, "Damn racism."
Yo, woodworker. What's up, Anthony?
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Yeah, well, I spent 20 years in the Army, and the one thing I can honestly say is that we were never politically correct when we would joke with each other.
I've heard that.
Yep. Yeah, when you ask Anthony, he'll tell you. And then when you get on stream and you get on the stream with some of these people, and Anthony will say, keep your mind out of the gutter. He already knows that, like, that people automatically take their head to the gutter.
Yep.
So I got to send
Absolutely.
these. I got to send these out too. I did a forge for one of the people.
Oh, man, that would have gone well with the bishop that I sent over to custom.
Yep. And then I did my first dork card the other day.
That looks sick.
So I'm pretty happy with them. I got some. Yep. Definitely. These I got to send out to Marsh. Marsh, I'm so sorry. I haven't sent them out yet. I still have to send them my take on Warlock.
Superman, follow me. Thank you for the follow, Superman.
So, yep. And then I did my first cable.
That's the first time you've done cable?
Yeah, ever.
That looks like the cable from number 9, almost.
Yep. And there's Warlock. And then I did some gold leafing on it underneath here.
Yeah, I see it. Looks good. Looks really, really good.
That gold leafing gets everywhere, though, man. That is like the most obnoxious thing to do if you're inside. But if you do it outside and it's windy, then it gets everywhere too.
I have not had a chance to use any of that stuff yet. It looks like
I got it, Anthony. I had forgot that they sent me a package and it got put under other packages, and so I had to eat crow last night and be like, hey, I found them. Sorry, it was under a big pile of crap. I suck as a human being. Matter of fact, I think we're gonna do it. Somebody give me a character. What are you feeling, Marcus?
I would, well, if I was picking a character,
it's gonna be for donation and it's got to be kid friendly.
You know what? You can keep it topical. Why don't you try He-Man?
Oh shit, dude! I ain't never drawn He-Man.
I mean, it makes sense. It's coming out like right around the corner.
I've always, you always look at He-Man and you're like, yeah, I'll draw it.
He-Man's fun to draw.
He-Man 80s. We're not doing none of that. We're not doing none of. Oh, here we go. On Battle Cat or off of Battle Cat?
This depends on the room as much room as you have. If I was doing it, I would be on Battle Cat.
See, I got this cool one where he's like running with the sword, which would go good this way, like on an angle.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like his foot would be right here at the bottom.
Yep.
And then his leg would come up, and then his hips and everything. And then as he's running, I could do Castle Grayskull in the background with like the lightning and everything.
That sounds good.
Yeah, let's do that.
Sounds fun. Yeah, I guess you're getting somebody brought up Miles Morales.
Oh, geez, Anthony. All right. We're going to do, let's swerve. We're going to do Miles.
Okay. I got to do a He-Man in my card challenge that I'm doing. Get back to that soon.
Woo! Oh, yeah. Here we go. I like this one. And actually, dude, that would be so bad. All right, we're not doing this 5x7. We're going to do the long panoramic one because I'm going to get all of the city in the background. Yeah, I love when Anthony comes on. He inspires me. You inspire me, Anthony.
So how did you get hooked up with that con so that way you can do those exclusives?
Which one? Boomtown?
Yeah.
So I saw it online, and then I reached out and I was like, hey, would you be comfortable with foregoing the booth fee and me doing exclusives for the first year? So the first year that I did it, I did David Akram was there, who is the voice actor for Wedge.
Okay.
C. Andrew Nelson was there, which is one of the 15 guys to wear the suit on set. Okay. And then Leilani Shu, who played Tika, which is the only named Jawa in the whole Star Wars series. I did those three, and then I told him very much that I was like, I would love to stay with this kind of setup, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so then this year, Justin Nemo, he is the Silver Ranger.
Yes. Okay.
I did one for him. One for Ryan Babcock, who played in Sons of Anarchy and Sons of Anarchy, NCIS, and then he also played in a show called The Orville.
Yes.
And so he was the reptilian dude.
Yep, I know exactly who that is.
Really? So Here, I'll show you. So I got all three, and the cool thing is this is Justin's.
Mm-hmm. So, that looks good.
And then he signed it right in the center. It says, "Let's rock it." So that's Justin's. This is Ryan's. This is the Orville one.
That looks so good.
And then he just signed it right down there in black. So this was actually just the gray and the warm gray, and then I took some acrylic paint and I made a mask, and then I masked the faces and this down here so I could get the space going through like the actual character. I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but like there's little splashes of stars and everything. So these actually, and then this is Margot Apostolis. She is the Ewok with the bow. Her name is Takat, and then she actually said to Rob. I was like, yay!
That's dope.
So there's absolutely no outline in any of these. This is all just gray work.
Just building up the shades. I like that.
Yep. And then I got so these were limited to 65 prints for each one, and they got them made. And then I got like 5 of them signed by each one of the actors. So
That
like,
is
yeah, it's and then they so I got their emails, and it was pretty cool because they came up to my booth looking for me, and I was like, "Are y'all sure?" You know what I mean? I'm like, I've never had anybody come up, a celebrity or whatever, an actor, come up to the booth and be like, "Hey, by the way, yeah, really good job, and we want to work with you." And I'm like, "Yeah, I still don't buy it. Like, who's paying you?"
yeah, that is a that's a very cool experience. I will agree.
And so I am sending them their their deal. And so what happens is whenever they sell one of them, even though they sign them, they're like, hey, yeah, we'll send people your way and everything else. And we'll see how it goes. I'm not liking
Hopefully,
this.
hopefully it all works out.
Well, if it does, it does. If it don't, it don't, man. I'm a firm believer in God will open doors and shut doors where I don't need to be or where I need to be.
This is true. Yeah, I mean, I had an opportunity. I worked with Tara Strong's group for a minute. We were trying to do a Harley Quinn, and that one just. I mean, I was able to get the piece ready for her, but it never came to fruition where it finalized. Um, the manager just never got back to me, so that was a hard one. But
Yeah, Harley would be a good cover.
yeah, I would love to do a Harley. One of these days, I'll make it on to one of those mainstream books.
Well, and even if you don't, I mean, look at it this way: Are you? Would you rather do something that you're proud of and it go to somebody that's going to appreciate it, or would you rather just have somebody, you know, pay you to do something and then there's no love behind it, there's no feeling, there's none of that.
Absolutely. I mean, that's why. I mean, I would love to produce again independently. That's what I'm working on. Going into next year, that's what my goal is, to get my first book out by 2028, or not first,
Hmm.
but my first book that I've written. Um, so that's the goal for 2028. Next year's all about drawing the book, because when I crowdfund it, I want to make sure that the book is done. So all I have to do is just send it out once it's printed.
See, I'm working with my brother-in-law right now to do. We're doing a. He wrote the book, and it's
Mhm.
called uh, Engineer of Justice. So both him and me were engineers in the army,
Okay.
and so uh, I've done 2 covers. We've already got variant covers done. But the next book, uh, I am going to strongly encourage him to reach out to the Whatnot community for some of y'all. And then, the next book after that will be the same. It'll be, uh, it'll, I want to get more Whatnot artists on it than I do mainstream artists. Like right now, I currently have, well, my brother-in-law has William Russell,
Okay.
who does Psycho Sal.
Mm-hmm.
He did a cover, uh, and he works with David Kemp. Uh, who is a professional colorist. Uh, so he does like all the pencils and the freaking inks, and then yeah, after that,
That is cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
and so we have those. We have that guy, and then we have we had a new guy that his name is Jacob Huff, and he did one, and then my friend Ken Salinas, he does Voodoo's. Uh, he did one, and then I did a front and back cover. I did a variant of the villains, and then I did the heroes.
Okay.
So yeah, we're just just
So when do
trying
you
to.
guys? No, you guys have launched this already, or are going to launch it?
No, we're going to launch it. We're trying to get it launched by July 4th, since it's military inspired and it's going to be America's 250th birthday. Uh,
So
so
the book is written. Oh, sorry, the story's
yep,
written. You just got to get
yep.
people to do the art, the interior.
I'm doing the interior as well.
Okay.
Yep, I'm doing the interior. It's going to be traditionally colored. Uh, so
It's going to be a good piece. I'm looking forward to it. You
well,
gotta.
now you just put all that pressure on me.
Yeah. I mean, well, you know what? You want to go ahead and have it out by July. I mean, that's a quick turnaround. So,
Yeah, we're gonna
especially with
see.
all the other stuff, I think you could do it.
Yeah, I really have to sit down and like focus all my attention uh and do like 4 pages a day of the interiors like for pencils. And then yeah,
That's a lot of work.
it is. And you really, when you say like I want to do a comic book, well, yeah, some people need to tell you like, dude, you do realize like you're in for some deep, like no sleep nights.
Yep.
Uh, so
That's why I mean I plan mine out for a year because I'm like I don't want to have any of those headaches. I just want to be able to enjoy the process. So I
yep.
just taking all that time, and 2028 is the year, so that way I'm in the ballpark. What's up, Pisces? What's up, Jose? I just I mean I think it's a lofty goal. I think it's is doable, but it's that buckle down is going to be the thing, especially if you have other projects going on. That's going to make it a little harder
Yeah.
because you still got to pay the bills at the end of the day.
Well, right now I am currently in a pretty good position. I don't technically have to have a job because I'm 100% through the VA, and
Uh,
I get my retirement.
oh, you're
So
20 years. You put in 20.
yeah, yeah. So it's it's a lot easier per se for me than most, and I understand that. And I I look at other people putting in the work and the struggle and stuff like that, and I'm just like, dude, this is like pure craziness that you know, like for me, I struggle with imposter syndrome on here a lot, and I know that not everybody's journey is the same, but still at the same time, we have people on here that are ridiculous when it comes to any kind
Nice.
of art. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and so for me, that takes on a very big struggle, and I'm trying to work through it and everything like that. Like so,
Look, I mean, I embrace the fact that we get a chance to do all this stuff on here. That's my thing. I'm like,
yeah.
typically you would not have this opportunity. Like
Well,
5, 6 years ago, never would have happened.
so the other thing that I look at too is that I have no rivals on here. You know what I mean? I have no rivals. I'm not trying to be better than anybody else. I only have inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
So like every person that I watch their stream, that is an inspiration.
Right.
It helps me to be better. I can see maybe something that I'm not doing that I want to do. Uh, and then like Poncho, for example, I know he's in there. He shades with purples.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, whenever I get the Hobby Lobby, I'm going to hit up the purple section and I'm going to try and shade with purple.
I get
So
you.
uh, just you know, it's so awesome that our community on Whatnot is actually way different than the community in the industry.
Agreed.
I don't feel like people in the industry celebrate other artists' victories.
Not as much as they should. But it's much bigger. But
Yeah.
also they don't connect as much as they could because they don't have that bullpen mentality anymore.
Yep.
Those days are gone, and it's hard to do that. It's not the same when you don't talk to somebody. When you give an email, it's just not the same.
Yeah.
When you send a text, you get to talk to somebody and be like, man, that last comic you did was insane. Those covers are ridiculous.
Yeah.
If you've ever like seen like Scott Snyder and Capullo get together, like when they do conventions together and whatnot, that partnership there alone is awesome to watch
Right.
because they're always like joking around, having a good time, but they keep that connection together. Even if they're not doing projects together, they still celebrate each other.
Yeah.
On here, I think it's cool because you do have a lot of people, again, because you have a variety of people, you have young and you have older artists, they can, help the younger artists understand, hey, over time, you're going to stop that. I got to be better than this person. It's just, look, you guys are all in an art community. You are not competing against each other.
Yep.
Art is subjective. And that comes with maturity, but you're able to pass that knowledge on to other artists,
Yeah.
along with techniques and stuff like that.
Yep.
I was
I mean,
talking to Kay last week about gatekeeping
yeah.
and getting past that. That's the other part that people have a problem with. They just won't share their processes. And that's
Yeah.
a
I
bigger
mean, I love doing my streams because, like, even if I ain't got nobody in there,
problem.
I'm talking to myself and I'm explaining what I'm doing, which
Hmm.
not only if somebody just walks in or whatever and just hangs out, it helps me with the process as well.
I'm in complete agreement. I mean, usually on Fridays I'm talking to myself and I can see what things work, what things don't work. So,
Yep.
this is a very good community to be in. Extremely well received. He's talking to Poncho. What will be interesting to watch and see what Inked does with your style. What inking does with your style. I don't know who that was for.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm just,
Okay.
I'm just, I'm just over here drawing miles.
I don't. I have a miles that I have on commission for one of my students. I got to do, so I got to knock that out soon. Had that in a Spider Punk I have to do. Those are my two.
See, I have a Miles print that I did that's half Miles with his fro and everything, and then half Spider-Man. Uh, and those are usually, man, in all honesty, my Venoms and my Spider-Man, because I got a Miguel as well.
Mm-hmm.
Those are probably some of my best sellers with the
Wait
kids.
until
You know,
next year. Wait until next year. They will be flying. The better technique you got on them, the better somebody's gonna be like, I gotta have that.
well, I got shirts made of my Miles and
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man split, and I had those out on my first convention that I ever did, and man, I couldn't keep them. Like the second somebody saw the shirts, they were like, "Oh yeah," like
Yeah,
so-
it's after what I saw at CinemaCon this week, it's gonna be for next year. It's gonna be insane how much Spider-Verse stuff we're gonna see.
well,
Long
I
overdue.
mean, I'm
Long
a I'm
overdue.
a I'm a big fan of Miguel. I like Spider-Man 2099.
Yeah, I mean, some people that had the original books can appreciate him more. Um, I remember when he came out, I was like, man, this is a weird looking Spider-Man, but this is pretty cool.
Yep.
Very unique. Yeah, it was when they were trying to, launch all those new Spider titles to get everybody on board.
Yep.
I remember getting it. It had this like weird metallic cover to it. It was embossed. I still have my copy somewhere in my collection. I had to pull that out one day, take a look at it, reread it. It's been a while. Haven't looked at my collection in a long time.
Yeah, my collection mostly sits in boxes, and my wife's like, "Why don't you sell them?" Like, and I'm like, "Yeah, no."
Yeah, I completely agree. My wife never asked me if I'm going to sell them. She always knows that I'm going to pass them along to my kids. And there's
Yeah.
one specific child that's going to probably get them because I know he'll never sell them,
Hmm.
and he'll just appreciate them because he's a collector of books and whatnot. And I think he'll definitely enjoy that. My other
Yeah.
son and my daughter that's not their thing.
Yeah. I have two sons that are going to be definitely on the nobody is
Oh,
selling
cool.
these. You better give them to me.
Yeah, I will not sell that.
Yeah, I mean, my wife, she's got these. She buys this. She's all into these chicken hens on a nest crap,
Hmm.
and I'm like, how would you feel if I said I wanted to sell those? She'd be like, well, we would sell them. I said that. See, that's the difference between me and you. Is this is like my childhood. Like this is the best part of my childhood that I had was comic books. Like comic books literally probably was one of the things that saved my life.
And that's what a lot of people will say. I mean, it inspired them, to do stuff that they hadn't thought about doing. So I get it.
So
I'm going to have a wall of art from all you guys streaming on here.
who's that, Kendall?
No, that was from Ant. And then
Oh,
Kendall says you are selling a part of your soul. That's what most people don't understand.
every single
And
time.
100%. Like my dad would tell me stories about the books that he had when he was a kid, and his mom threw them away. I'm like, I couldn't even imagine. I could
So
not.
when my dad went to Vietnam, my grandfather threw away all his. He had the number one issue of Superman. He had the number one issue of Batman,
No.
and it just made me sick.
I could not even imagine. Like my brother, no, mind you, my brother bought comics in the 70s. Um, and he wore them out because he would just read them all the time, look at them all the time. So they, they're not in the best condition. If CGC was to get them, it would be a horrible grade. But for me, when I got them, I'm like, these books are amazing. I got to hold on to them, and I've
Yep.
kept them ever since.
Yeah.
My double card from Rob is one of my favorite pieces. Out of them in one touch protectors as soon as they arrive. Oh, I put them in one touch protectors. Okay. So I guess Ant got something from you, like a double sided
Yep.
card.
It was a Samurai Wolverine and a Samurai Deadpool
Ah, okay.
in my Mortal Kombat style versus uh, the thing that I was telling you about.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So
That, that was very cool. Yeah, sometimes, I mean, I have one friend of mine, like I give him art every year for his birthday. And I just do it because, he's a good friend of mine and he appreciates the stuff. And every so often I'll take a look at the collection that he's got. He's got stuff from like 10, almost 15 years ago when I was really like starting to, get going. It's kind of
yeah.
crazy to see how the development that we have over those years is really cool.
Right.
Really, really nice stuff. I've enjoyed that. And I'm like thinking about the collections that some of the people get, some of the artwork that they get from us. Like, wow,
Yeah.
somebody actually is buying our stuff and they're holding on to it. And some people are trying to get it all certified and everything. I'm like, that is wild. In my head, I'm very appreciative, but I never would have thought somebody would be doing that with my work.
Yep. That's that's exactly, the thing is like I never thought. So my dad growing up, so my dad is my hero. He has taught me how to be who I am, and you know it's just, and then you sit there and one day my dad is telling me like, hey, art is only a hobby until you get paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
And then now he's like, dude, he helps me do my frames and everything. And every time I sell something, the only thing I can hear my dad's voice is say, hey, I'm proud of you. Like, keep going, like, keep pushing.
That's
And
really cool.
he's 78 years old. I still have him in my life, and sometimes I go to their house in New Mexico, and then we build frames together and everything. And then I'm like, if I ever sell any of the frames and my dad like passes, which I know he will,
Mm-hmm.
um, then like I can never get that back.
Right.
So it's kind of bittersweet at the end of it. So I don't know. Maybe it's just the remnants of the
Well,
old Republic and an old fart Jedi in me.
it's all good. It's all good.
But I am going to GalaxyCon in May, and I'm getting Hayden Christensen's signature on my Vader and Anakin split painting that I did.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I did have that for sale at one time, but it will not be for sale after that. That will be a PC for life. And I'm thinking about getting. So this is the C. Andrew Nelson card that I had him sign.
Okay.
I'm thinking about getting Hayden to sign this too because it's
That
already
would be,
got a seal it.
yeah, I
Yeah.
would just do it.
Yep.
Get
And
it set
then
up.
yep, have it sent to PSA. Uh, I'm not going to really do a whole lot of the background details. I want the background to be really loose because I want Miles to be the focal point.
Seeing how you enveloped in life or evolved in life is really refreshing to our souls. Never stop growing and inspiring. Very, very true, Kendall. Try not to. Always trying to push boundaries.
In the words of Mr. Anthony Rossi, the woodworker, level up.
Yeah, that's what we always say whenever we're doing jobs and we move up. It's always about leveling up.
Yeah.
We don't ever lose anything.
All right. So this one I am not going to.
What's up,
I like.
Preston? So much fire and chains. I love it.
I'm not gonna lie. It makes me kind of jealous that I didn't think about doing Batman and Ghost Rider together.
Like this one was not me. I honestly I don't pick out a lot of the things that I do. The only ones that I can say that I've done, there's a Batman Joker that print that I got to put up, and then there's a Batman Superman piece that I did. Oh, and a Pikachu Spider-Man. That was my other one that I did. And
I
those came
did
out.
the only ones I really find that were super fun for me is so my nephew. Uh, so one, I'm a Deadpool fan, and my nephew is a Deadpool fan too, and he had proposed to my now I guess niece-in-law, whatever you want to
Mm-hmm.
call her. I'll just call her my niece. With a Stitch doll because she loves Stitch, but he loves Deadpool, so it was a Deadpool ring
Okay.
in a on a Stitch doll. You know what I mean? And
Yep.
so I was like, you know what? That sounds kind of like a cool combination. And I did my Stitch pool, and then I did a Wolvachu is what I called it. Because me and my grandson loves Pikachu, and I love Wolverine as well. And so that's probably one of my other sets in a convention that gets sold pretty well.
That's
And
really cool.
it's just fun to see the people when they see it. They're like, "Oh, that's pretty what?" Like
Yeah, they're not expecting it.
yeah. So it's just interesting to see people's reactions, I think. Uh at the end of the day.
Yeah, I did a one of my friends commissioned me to do a Megatron Venom.
Ooh,
Like that came out.
shut
That
up.
was I was like, I'm game on. Because I love my one of my favorite things to draw is Transformers. Anything like where you can do like wild perspective with shapes and whatnot. That
Yep.
that's like my sweet spot. So when I got that opportunity, I was like, I'm going to really do my best to make this look really cool. So I did that piece, and you can see like the mouth coming off of or engulfing Megatron's face, and you got the blaster, and it's got the venomized symbiote all over it. It just was it's a piece. I again one of those pieces I wish I'd kept because I really loved it,
Yeah.
and it went. The main part of Megatron was on the front, and then you see the blaster. So if you opened it up, the blaster's on the back side of it. It was
Right.
I got to give it up to myself. Not toot my horn too much, but that was a chef's kiss moment. I loved every bit of that piece.
Sounds like it.
It was a lot of fun. Yeah, people would see it at the convention. They're like, "Is that what I think that is?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah. You know,
Yeah.
you want a copy of that? I don't have a lot of them here, but if you want to get one,
That's
you're
funny.
not going to see any other ones like it." Mm, okay, so let's see here. What other parts can I work on right now? Get this darker gray. Yeah, I'm hoping today or tomorrow we're
For what?
hoping. I got to see when the panel's coming on. In fact, let me do that now. Silicon. Yeah, I just gotta find out when this panel's coming on, then we'll be good. Who's coming on today?
See, I love the early version of Miles where it's just the black and the red. You don't have to put any of the spider webs on it, really.
Mm-hmm.
That's that's probably like one of my favorite versions of Miles. I also like it when he's got his red hoodie on and he's got that spray painted emblem.
Yeah, when he in his early stage, yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good one. Yeah, Kendall. I mean, the reason for the chains, the bigger and smaller, it gives that forced movement. Even with the bike, the wheels are altered. So one wheel's going another way, and the other one's going the other way. So I like to have the twists in there. Gives a little bit
Yeah.
more dimension to the piece. A lot of people don't do that. That's fine. I just kind of like to challenge myself.
You got to have those layers, man. That's what makes it. You got to bring the drama.
Yeah. I mean, I like making it. One of the artists that I follow, his name's Sketchcraft. His thing is like, what would it look like if it was a statue? And I'm like, that's a good thought process when you're doing that. Think of it like in a statue. So when I look at it, I want it to have that movement like a statue does. It's not stagnant. It's got
Yeah,
that depth.
that's a good my thing is I've been trying to focus a lot on getting backgrounds
Mm-hmm.
to because when you're doing a card, most of the time, man, a background is kind of like an afterthought, really.
Absolutely.
And so, uh, I've been trying to do a lot more uh, figuring out a background.
Mm-hmm.
Like this background is easy. You have them swinging and
Got a lot of buildings and stuff like that in there.
yeah,
Which makes sense. I get it. Yeah, I gotta start doing more studies on backgrounds because um it's a very important thing. A lot of people don't put it in their whole I guess not lexicon, but their whole backpack of tools. So they'll do
yep,
a lot of close-up shots of everybody, and it just like the feeling's weird.
yep.
I remember seeing that like Rob Liefeld would do that a lot.
Hey,
And
that's one of my guys.
oh, I love Rob Liefeld. I will champion him all day long. I defend all the choices that he did, even the little feet. 100%. But that was one of the things that I could always say, that's where if you weren't looking at it, you wouldn't notice it. He was just
Right.
very good at kind of hiding the things that he was deficient on. And
Inabilities.
in all fairness, I feel like I like his older work better than I like his newer work. 100%.
I like X Force. Like that is by far the first. That is the first Rob Liefeld thing that I have got, and I still have all the polybagged X Forces number ones.
Oh, with the
Yep.
cards in them?
Yep, I have the one. I have all of them. I have the one with Deadpool in it. I have the one with Cable, Domino. I mean,
Isn't it? There's a team card in there too, right?
yeah,
So I thought. Yeah, I was stoked for that particular piece. Um, I think my first interaction with Rob Liefeld was like New Mutants '95. I just remember a cover where it was Cable and Beast on the front, and I'm like, this is awesome. And then I opened it up, and all of a sudden you see this picture of Jubilee, and she's running, and you just see the jacket that she's got on flaring out and everything. It was a beautiful piece to look at, and
yep.
like you, when I saw X Force, I was like, he cut off a dude's hand in the book. I'm like, I've never seen that before.
Yeah,
He just
I
went
love it.
for it. So yeah, that early introduction to that stuff, I I will never knock Rob. I would love to just talk to him one on one because I just want to pick his brain. He's one of
Yeah,
my favorite artists. If I tell anybody, I'm like, I have a list of people that are on my bucket list to either meet or see. I've seen like 2 of the 5. So I have J. Scott Campbell, I have Todd McFarlane, of course, Jim Lee, Rob Liefeld, and Greg Capullo. Those are like my main ones.
well,
Um,
3 out of the 5 of those are the same ones for me. Those
and
are those top 3, the creators of Image Comics, when they left Marvel. Those are my top 3.
yeah, I mean, I've tried. Like, I want to see Jim. The 2 times that he's been, or 3 times that I've seen him here in Florida. Um, one time he came in, but he had COVID, so he wasn't able to be available. And then this last time, probably say last month, I just wasn't able to see him because I had to fly out to Texas. Um, but going and meeting and seeing Todd was probably like I was like a kid in a candy shop. I was like, I don't even know what to do. My wife sat with me for 2 hours waiting to get into this show to see him talk. Now I know his story inside and out. I've heard it so many times. I know it, but seeing him and do his thing,
Yeah,
he's legit like amazing. He's just a person, and that's the cool part about him. I mean, if you really break it down, he's just like a normal dude that thinks differently. He thinks on a bigger scale.
yeah,
And I think, like, even looking at Jim Lee, he's the same way, but he was more on he was all comics. Todd's
yeah.
like, I want to be in everything.
Yep.
So 2 different fields, and I don't know. Like, Rob's one of those ones. I just haven't kind of figured him out. Like, what does he really like to do? Does he just want to have his hands in everything, and he's just a master of none kind of guy? I don't know, but I would just love to see him do more of the stuff that he is known for doing, like those dynamic comics. Go back and put the feet back to the way you had them, make
Yep.
people look like really muscly and all that stuff.
Tiny feet.
Yeah. Oh, my other one is Joe Madureira. That's the other one. That's my big one.
I would love this. I would love to meet Frank Miller.
Yeah, before he dies. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, like if you get into Star Wars stuff, like my top 3 for Star Wars would be obviously George.
Mm-hmm.
George, Ewing, and Christian, which I am going to meet them. I've got a original artwork signed by Dorian Kingy, who played Cad Bane in the Book of Fett.
Okay.
I met him, and he's going to be at Rebel ScumCon this year as
Oh, that's
well
cool.
again. So it's just there's certain people like I never really thought that I wanted to meet Dorian Kingy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yeah, you play the masked up Cad Bane. I want the voice actor Cad Bane. And so yeah, out of all the people that I've had sign any kind of artwork,
Mm-hmm.
I've only had like really a few people of the celebrities that asked, like, hey, my signature is this much, and I'm like, I don't know if I really am down with this right now, guy. Like, we're just, I'm just, I'm just a guy like trying to get a collection, and I'm not really worried about
Hey, Tanks.
anything else. So do I do warm grays or do I do
Hey, Tinks,
cool
I'll be
grays?
in contact with you probably later this week.
Hey, what's going on, Tank?
Yeah, I definitely want to take advantage of that opportunity that you have out there for sure. Yeah, Tinks was telling me like they have like a showcase that she does, so I want to take a look at it.
Yeah, I did my show yesterday had the graphics for it and everything like that. So
I want to keep
ooh
on, bringing in more people, getting the artwork out there. Because I am
here
a serious advocate of like real art.
yeah.
Get me away from this AI stuff. I need people that can actually do artwork.
Yeah, I don't. I'm gonna do the background in color pencils, y'all.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a big AI art person. I like people that can put in the work.
Well, so when I was going through computer animation school, right? I would get into arguments with these. It wasn't arguments. I was just enlightening these kids per se. I was the old dog in the class. And they were like, "Oh wow, that's great. All you do is do traditional art. Like, where's your digital art?" And I'm like, "Let me ask y'all a question. In all reality, if today technology was to fail
Oh,
and
you
you
went
didn't
there.
have Procreate or you didn't have anything else, how many of y'all traditionally draw? Like, if you didn't have Procreate to make a perfect freaking circle, can you do it on your own?" And they were like, "Well, that'll never happen." I'm like, "No, it's a very good possibility it could happen. Like, you guys are ignorant to the world at this point." Uh, and so they were like, "Well, in all retrospect, can you do digital artwork?" And I said, "All right, hold my beer, watch this." And I did all my next artworks in digital. And they were like, "That's traditional. You're lying." I said, "No, there's no line work for this. It's all digital." I said, "The funny thing is if you have a good foundation for traditional art, you can do digital art. But if you only have a foundation for digital art, you can't do traditional art."
This is true.
And man, they got so mad at me. And it was great. I was just like laughing the whole time. I'm like, y'all just y'all just calm down. Like, you stay with your stuff and I'll stay with my stuff, and I'll still draw traditionally. And I did like my Miles and Spider-Man split. I did that. I did the sketch traditionally, and then I imported it in, and then I did the digital work, the digital colors.
Yeah. I mean,
And
like Tink is talking about the fact that AI art and digital art are two different things, and I completely agree. Like that's
yeah,
100% true. And just like what you're saying, if you have those fundamental skills, you can create. Like you can do multiple things.
yeah,
You know, can you create something? If the system breaks, and the answer to that, you can. Other people can't. That's why when I teach my classes, I tell kids, I'm like, you need to make sure that you learn these skills, how to hold a
yep,
pencil, use a pen and paper, because there's something to be said when you're actually physically drawing or physically doing something. It doesn't matter just drawing, but if you're doing like craft work or anything like that, you
yep,
remember those skills. You remember the techniques a lot better. It's the same thing when you read a book. You are clinging to that book. There's specific pages you can go back to and be like, I remember that. You can't do that with traditional. And 9 times out of 10, when you do it, digitally, you forget about it once it's done.
yep,
That's the other part. When it's traditional, you can go back and you be like, oh man, that is so cool. Like you can feel the paper. You can, there's a whole different mindset behind it. Um,
yep.
Right now I'm teaching a visual storytelling, and we were going to do it like digitally, but I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I really want these people to understand how to tell a story from beginning to end. How do you write the story? How do you come up with a concept? How do you do a
Yep.
thumbnail? All of these little things. And then we incorporated the computer last minute to do like our dialogue, and for
Yeah.
coming up with word bubbles and stuff like that, just to make them cleaner. But that's the
Yeah.
only time that we integrated the computer piece to make it all come together. And they were like, "This is really cool."
Yeah. I like doing color enhancements off of traditional artwork with the computer,
Mhm.
and there's nothing wrong with that. Uh, when you start getting into, like, a lot of the conventions are going away, like they're trying to make sure that there's no AI art, which is good because I can't tell you how many of them I went to. I'm like, yeah, you didn't draw that.
Well, I mean, bear in mind, not everybody, like the average consumer, is not going to recognize the difference between AI art versus traditional art. Um, that takes a trained eye, somebody that's been around it for a little bit, to really recognize that stuff. And I have my issues with it. I have more of an issue with people poaching other artists' stuff than I do like
Hmm.
the AI art. I understand some people are just trying to get a buck at the end of the day. I just think that they need to put in the work.
Yeah.
I will never buy their stuff if they ever have anything that's poached, it's um or it's AI art. I will never buy that. You know, I never buy from people that have like the wall of prints. I never do that. I can't stand that because it's a little obnoxious, and it doesn't look good. Everything looks the same.
Yep.
There's no variety. So
when
for me,
I when
that's
I
all.
do my conventions, I have three. I have my original Rebel Stampede art that I had done in a frame that me and my dad built and painted and everything like that. And then I have my giant Vader painting,
Hmm.
and that is my draw. Like, if you've ever been to a convention where you know and this is like, I say this, uh people know when I've been there. Like, if you don't see the Vader painting, I was not there.
Hmm.
And
I get.
that is my yeah, that's my thing. Like, I love when people come and they're like, "Oh man, you haven't got rid of it yet?" Nope. I mean, it's an expensive painting, but now that I look at it, I'm like, will I ever get rid of it? I doubt it. I don't think so. I just it's a part of me. It's a part of my dad, and I don't know. It's probably going to stay with me forever. Especially, and I've always told people, like, if I ever have an opportunity to get Hayden Christensen's signature on it, it's not going anywhere. Like, y'all are just sorry about your bad luck. But
Well,
I sell prints of it, and it's usually a lot easier to do that than to sell the painting, because you got people that they don't understand. I had one guy that said, "Yeah, I'll give you 500 for it," and I looked at him. I said, "Yeah, you can turn around and walk away, homie.
Hmm.
We ain't
Wow.
got nothing to we ain't got nothing to say to each other."
Hmm.
And he was like, "What? I mean, it's great, but it's a painting." And I was like, "Yeah, I got 40 hours of work just in one side of it, and you want to sit there and say it's just a painting?" So
That's somebody that just doesn't understand. They don't get it.
yeah, well, it gets on my nerves.
I get you. Yeah, you know, Tink, I honestly have work that I've done. I would probably say like even 25 years ago, I have stuff that in my collection that I will not get rid of that I've done. Like old stipple work that I've done, old comic stuff that I've done. Won't get rid of it. It's part of my development, so it's never going anywhere. I can't get rid of it. It's too good. I'll show it all the time. I don't mind showing the old artwork. That's fun.
Yeah, I like seeing where I was compared to where I am now.
Yeah, that's why I keep that stuff. Okay, that's the blue that I want. I'm gonna go with this blue over these grays. I will punch the grays back in. Get this guy sent out tomorrow. That'll be cool.
That's the one thing I can tell when somebody's using markers. I can hear that. It's like, yep. It's almost like styrofoam.
Yeah. This is my I would do paint, but it just my skills, because I haven't done it in a while, I don't do it. Yeah. God bless you on that one, Tink. Doing oil painting, if you got the patience to do that, nah, it's not for me.
I haven't done oil painting. I do acrylics. So I don't do watercolor either, but I do watercolor pencils.
Yes.
And to me, like, I can get a better effect out of a watercolor pencil than I can watercolors. Like when Anthony started doing watercolors the other day and just like freaking knocked it out of the damn park, I'm like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I talk to Gabriel a lot, and we talk about what he does, and his main medium is doing watercolor. I get it, I understand it, but it's a patience level that I have not really taken time to understand yet. I mean, I've dabbled in it. When I get there, I'm just like, I want it to do the same thing that I do with my markers or with my colored pencils, and it's a time thing.
Yeah, it doesn't work out that way.
No, it's all about time. It's time and patience.
I'm hoping this sunset is looking like a sunset.
Well, it will when you have some contrast in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do mixed media with this one for sure. Well, it already is mixed media. I got colored pencil in there.
Yeah, I love doing like colored pencil with stuff. Yeah, especially I find like the alcohol markers give you a good base.
Yes, agreed. Yeah, I'll throw these Copics down, and then I'll go in and start hitting it up with the colored pencil. It looks really, really good.
And it helps smooth out some of the like defining edges.
Mm-hmm. So, agreed.
For me.
All right, I'm kind of not wanting to touch this face, but I got to get in there and do that. And I got to do this jacket, which I'm going to probably do all in black. Yeah, we'll do that in black. On my big marker. All right. I think I'm going to put some highlights in here first before I put the jacket together. I get to do 2 streams tomorrow. So I had that one with Gabriel, and then I'm doing a live stream of my string art tomorrow from my gallery.
String art?
Yeah. You ever seen that stuff before?
I have. It's that's like you say, a patience level. That is not one that I've acquired.
Yeah, that one I love doing that. That's it. It's tough. We're going to be doing our first class in about a week. So this will give a chance to, give people. I'll give a chance to people to see what it's all about.
Nice.
But yeah, the one I'm doing is a 24 by 24. Sorry, it's a 24-inch
Woo!
round piece, and I wrapped up the
Dang.
design, and now I just got popping the nails, which will take me about 3 hours to do. But once that's done, I can get it going. Yeah, that's gonna be fun tomorrow. Just being in front of people to do it, people are mesmerized. Like, man, how do you do that? How do you figure it all out? And it's a lot of math to figure out, but once
Right.
it's done, then you got a piece that's pretty spectacular.
Well, I now know why I don't enjoy that is because I am not a math person. Uh,
I love math. It's a lot of, yeah. It requires a lot of math, but the cool part is a lot of the designs that I do now, I can do them traditionally, but I use my computer. Once I figure out what I want to do, I use the computer to make the one path that I need, and then I just multiply it around, print out my design, and then I can just put it on any piece of wood that I want, and then it's finalized. So
right.
it's not one of those huge over the top things. I could do it with a protractor and compass and all that stuff. However, if it's a time thing that I need to do, like I really need to get the design done, then I don't do all that. I just grab my design off my computer and I can just replicate it for however many times I need to do it.
All right, here we go. Starting to bring in that brownish orange color.
I like the movement in that character. Looks really good.
Thank you.
All right. So we got about another hour. Let's see how late Kay's going today. And we might raid her in an hour. Pull her up in a minute. Definitely have to do some cross hatching on this piece because it's going to require it.
Woo! Start bringing in some of them blues and purples.
All right. So, are you a collector of comics, or you just
I'm a collector of art.
okay?
I love art. I have Anthony stuff. I have Art by Ricky stuff. I like doing art trades for the most part,
Mm-hmm.
where it's the interaction. Um, uh, so I love everything about art and I love everything about comics. So they're the best of the both worlds for me.
Okay.
I don't I like traditional art. Like I love going to an art museum and I can sit and look at Monet or Van Gogh for hours.
Okay.
But then I also find enjoyment uh, in comics and movies and stuff like that. So I'm a big proprietor of nothing but uh, the artwork. Like I love uh, I love the Spider Verse movies where they used a whole bunch of color theory and everything like that. You know, when you start getting into color theory, people look at it and they're like, "Oh, the animation is crap. That's why they got all these different colors." And I said, "No,
No.
no, 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 no. That's all by design. You know, like that is something where it's not as easy as you think to put all those colors swirling around and creating other images inside of images. You know,
because of my background, I really have a hard time watching movies anymore because I'm like, oh, that's some crap animation, that's this or whatever. I know how it's supposed to be done. And then when you see good animation, like I even have a problem with Star Wars, the Clone Wars. In some aspects, it's really great, but then when you watch it again after you go through a degree program, and then like some areas, let's take for instance, like when Ahsoka's down in the slums and everything like that, you can tell that they put a lot more time and effort into Ahsoka's movements than they did anybody else's, because the secondary characters and tertiary characters are very choppy animation
Right.
compared to like Ahsoka is very fluid and very and they do that for a reason. They don't want you to focus on the secondary and tertiary characters. They want you to focus on the primary characters.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Give me one
but
second.
it still drives me crazy.
I get you on that. 1 second. So I'll find a cable real quick. Yeah, I'm more of a collector. Like people ask me, do I collect comics? And I'm like, no, I don't collect any comics. I collect artist art. That's my thing. I prefer buying artist books that they do. Like I'm a big Humberto Ramos person. I love his work. Um, there are a few other people that I really enjoy their artwork, but for the most part, I don't read comics anymore. I'm more about the artwork
Yeah,
than anything else.
I
Not just
like both.
enjoying.
I can get into both. I still collect comics. It just depends on what what actual title it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have my specific titles that I collect. Like if it's Wolverine, I'm gonna collect it. I don't care. Uh, I'm probably not gonna read it. Like back in the day, I used to get two books, one for reading and one for collecting.
Right.
And then now I just I just kind of collect it and everything. I have some signed books. I actually have a Clayton Crane and Sam Vera Carnage and Venom cover that's signed by both of them.
That's a good piece to have right there.
Yep. And it's I've never opened the book. It's just there. So
Yeah, I agree. Sam Keith is a good one. Like his work was very unique.
yep.
He's one of the very few people that got a actual series based upon his book. So really good, talented artist. Too bad we lost him.
Yep.
It's definitely a good one. Did not want to lose that dude. But he had been out of the limelight for a while, so it's not like anybody knew where he was or what he was doing. So I don't know. Maybe due to health issues. I don't know.
I mean, hell, you could be healthy as a horse and tomorrow be gone.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, Chuck Norris was what, 84,
Yeah.
and he was still pretty good shape. I saw Chuck Norris last year, 2 years ago, 2 years ago at Bell County Comic Con,
Looking good.
and yeah, he was looking all right. You know what I mean? He looked all right, and then to find out, like, hey, Chuck Norris died. I'm like, y'all need to stop doing this stuff. Like, I'm still shook over Robin Williams, and y'all are telling me like, he's gone. Like, people are gone, and I'm like, y'all just need to stop.
Agreed. Well, regenerative, how you doing, man?
But yeah, I don't really get shook over celebrities kind of passing or whatever. have that mentality of like, what bills did they ever pay of mine?
Right.
And really the only one that I ever got shook over was Robin Williams. Man, I grew up watching him between like Mork and Mindy and uh, just all these different TV shows, and then his stand-up comedy that I wasn't supposed to watch that I did anyway as a kid.
Oh, you're talking about the HBO specials?
Yeah, like when he was all hyped up on coke and stuff,
Yep.
like
Remember
sweating
those?
sweating his butt off and everything. And my mom and dad are like, "Yeah, you can't watch that." I'm like, "Shoot, I'm already into it. Like, let's go."
Hey, Regenerative, are we still going to be doing those books together at all? I just want to make sure because I got to go to my shop and see if they have that stuff. Just want to make sure, verify that. All right, send me a message. Let me know those books that you want to get again and what characters you want on them, so that way we can go ahead and get that moving.
Yeah, I think this is good.
Yeah, I think recently the only one I think that really shook me was when Brandon Lee passed away. That was one that was like, wow, I can't believe it, because I was a huge fan of him before he really got
Yep.
going, and then he passed away on the Crow, and I'm like, dude, of
And
all movies.
then a big stream of crappy Crow movies after that. I was like, dude, you are just disrespecting his.
Yeah, I'm like,
I
dude.
I couldn't watch him again after that.
Yeah, well,
Like,
that's why I only watched the first one.
yeah,
And honestly, it wasn't for the story. I liked what he did.
yep.
I liked his acting in that movie, because if anybody's read the book, it's completely different. They're two different things.
I like the best part of that whole movie was when Fun Boy shot him in the hand and he's looking through the hole in his hand and he's like, woo!
Well, that
I
one and the one where he looks back and was like, "You're all going to die." Like,
Yeah,
oh, that was a great scene.
yeah. When he's walking on the table,
Mm-hmm.
is that the one? They're like, who the f are you? He was like, you all are going to die
Yes.
now. Oh shit! I think that's the scene that he wound up getting shot in too and dying, because there was the from what I understand, the nobody did an ammo check or whatever on the gun, and it had real rounds in it.
Yeah, that was a sad day.
It was. But I mean, even when his dad passed, I grew up watching Bruce Lee movies. So,
Yeah, that one was a weird one. Like, they always said it's the curse of Bruce Lee. I'm like, well, his daughter didn't die, so apparently the curse is not real.
yeah, it's that curse of trying to show people that you can break out of the matrix, like he's the original Neo.
Oh, whoops. Let me see if I can find that. See if I can see it on my store.
I'm hoping that this is turning out all right. Like this is whenever I do something for like a like this is only my second set of charity cards, but I don't want to mess them up because there's a lot of pressure to produce some really good quality artwork, especially if it's going to help a foundation or a charity.
Right.
So, does that look all right?
It's coming together. It's definitely coming together.
Only like 30 colors so far. No big deal.
That's how it starts.
Yeah. Like when some people don't want to, when they see like an original card and they're like, dude, that's a lot of money for a card. And I'm like, you do realize there's like
6 hours worth of work and like 40 different colors in this thing, and they're like, no, I can't see it, and I'm like, yeah.
Well, most people don't see all the work that goes into these things. Like they have no idea. Um, we had this conversation about how we watch things on, YouTube or Instagram, all these reels, and that they see it happen in like what, a minute.
Time lapse, yeah.
And usually when they look at it, they think it's more like maybe an hour worth of work. And I'm like, no.
It's like
Depending on the
8.
piece, you're talking like hours and lots of tools that put it
Yep,
all together.
sure is.
Hey, Regenerative, just so you know, I did not see that offer inside of the shop. So if you can message me that information, I'll go ahead and take a look at it. I'm enjoying this fact of like getting multiple books to do, because then I get like I feel like I'm doing a batch of stuff, which is really cool. Instead of just doing one book, I get to do multiple and try to tie them together and stuff like that. It's really neat.
Yep. Anytime you get more than one, like the turtle pieces, I'm really taking my time with those because I want to enjoy the process.
Mm-hmm.
And Scotty is like, yeah, just make it badass, take your time. Uh, and then I tell him, I'm like, look, if I take my time, like I will overthink everything.
Yeah, I try to. My new method that I've been using over like the last couple of years is that I would I will take um as much time as I can just to do the roughies for it. So like for these pieces, for example, I'll show you. So I'll do stuff like this. Let's see, do I have the one for the Batman? I think I do. Should. Yeah. So like I'll do roughies like this for my stuff.
Right.
And then I'll
So
go ahead and throw down on the paper. So that way I put all my hard work into this. And I can knock these out in like 15 minutes a piece. Like something as basic as this for an Iron Man. And then as soon as I go in, now I can start throwing all the details in. So all like the roughy work. So these are all the ones I'm doing for for custom.
right.
So I'll spend some time to knock out all these. But the cool part is with like because you got a batch of them, when somebody buys them, they're going to get like something on the back of the book, which I will not show when I'm doing it. I'm just do that separately, which makes it more of an exclusive piece for somebody to get.
Yeah. For sure.
Let me see.
I'm gonna layer these grays in, and then I'm just gonna run a purple over top of these because I want this to be like faded in the background, but I also want this part of the city to be kind of darker, like it's more in your face.
Gotcha.
But I don't want any detail in it. I just want it to be. I just want it to be like very loose. I want it to be in your face, but I want it to be loose. Does that make sense?
Yep. Okay.
I'm gonna do kind of like an atmospheric perspective type deal.
Yeah, now it's starting to look the way you want it to work. That's looking really good.
Yeah.
Let's see where you're going with that. That's 3. Okay.
And then
Hey, Regenerative, I just went ahead and sent you a reply to that. So let me know if you're good with my answer. Yeah, honestly, this whole whatnot thing has kind of worked out the way that what's up, Sandman and Shockley? It's worked out the way I wanted it to, because I wanted to have a community where, it was like a whole bunch of artists could come together and just draw.
Right.
However, the one thing that I wish that Whatnot would do is open it up so that way multiple people can be on one stream, not just two.
Yeah, like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
That would be ridiculous, man. I don't think I could concentrate that much on
I think what's
on
going to end up, if business models work out the way they're supposed to, they're going to open up that option, but it's going to be at like a cost. So I
yeah.
think they're going to end up doing that down the road. I can definitely see that popping up, which
So
I think some artists would be like okay with, and other ones would be like, I'm just talking to people. Why are you going to charge me?
yeah, no doubt. I mean, I would love I think that it's great. Like they shouldn't charge a lot because like I don't see everybody jumping on that train right away. I
Absolutely.
see I see like maybe uh so in my uneducated opinion, because my opinion and $5 will get us nowhere. Uh I feel like, there's a lot of great artists. Like, look, if I had a choice and I could watch CMV, CXS, you, and Woodworker and Poncho all at the same time, I think I would go into Art Overload and probably not be okay. Like I would
Yeah, I
I would
think
have a major sensory dysfunction.
I and that's the other part of it. Like when I'm looking at it from a business side of things, I think that's one of the reasons why they're kind of going slower with the development for this whole system. Um, I think if they just made like little moves, like right now, if we were doing co-hosting, we'd be able to go to both libraries, uh, inventory and pick out stuff that a customer would want to buy
Yeah,
instead of just the one side.
that would be good.
So, so I mean, just little things. But I would like to do like a max of like maybe 3 people on a stream. That would be a lot of fun, especially if you're trying to do a project. It would be really, really good to have them all together.
Yeah, it'd be like a little co-op
Yeah.
project or a collab project where you're like, okay, you get real time function and results.
Hmm.
Yeah, I could see that. Oh man, I don't know. I don't know if I should. I need to buy some panoramic cards. That's what I'm seeing.
Either that or make some. That's what I would do.
Well, I'm gonna go to Scene Mind Things and get them to make me some panoramic cards.
There you go. All right. I think we're in good shape. So now it's just defining
Like,
everything.
and the funny thing is when you do like these loose backgrounds,
Hmm.
it all looks like crap until it's done. Like all of a sudden, it just looks like, hey, that looks all right.
Yeah, it starts to come together because the layers are coming together. That's the thing.
And then I'm gonna run a really like I'm gonna from this section, because this is a 7 and a 5. I'm gonna run a 3 in the middle of this
Hmm.
to kind of blend it all together. And then because this is a 5 and a 3, I'm gonna use a 1, and then I'm using the 1 back here, and then I'll use like my lightest colors to kind of blend it all together. And then I'm gonna run a purple over it.
Gotcha. Now those are cool colors, right?
Yeah, these are cool grays.
Okay.
The warmer grays kind of tend to look like a brownish color.
Yes. Yeah. Just for anybody that's like asking or looking, so they understand what's going on. Where did I put my colored pencils? Oh no. Where did I put those? Oh, they're over here. Almost done with this one. Getting down to the end of it. Get out of here, and I gotta go teach after this. It'll be fun.
Yeah, look, see how that's looking so much better now.
Yeah, it looks really good. That design of the Spider-Man is really eye-catching.
I am gonna run. I am gonna run over some of this. I want to define the muscles more. Uh, you know what I mean? I don't want to. I don't want it to look just blacked out like that. I want it to be more eye catching and stunning,
Mm-hmm.
especially since he's in the front. I don't want it to look like I did more on the background than I did on the on the character.
So what are you going to do to make that happen?
Well, the eye socket, the around the eyes are going to be a bright red underneath. Same thing with the feet, and then underneath the leg right here,
Mm-hmm.
and this arm, and then I'm going to come back with some uh, white Prismacolor,
Yep.
and add in some of those muscle textures.
Gotcha.
And then after the white's all done, I am going to come back in with the jelly roll to make it even brighter.
Sounds good.
Yeah. And then I'll probably add like some yellow where I left these white highlights right here. I'm probably going to add some yellow and some orange just to kind of, like this side is more going to be a brighter yellow. This side will be more of like a purple and a purple and an orange color, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of in some spots I'm winging it, in some other spots I have a plan.
Gotcha. I get you.
It's like Mike Tyson said, everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face.
That's right. That is facts. What we got here? Very legit Miles sketch card. However, whoever gets it will be very happy. The color on Batman is turning out great. Cool.
Who was
So
that?
Kendall.
Oh, Kendall.
He's liking what he sees.
Thank you, Kendall.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to moving on from this one, moving into the other ones. Been tinkering with this one for days.
This atmospheric perspective is starting to pay off now.
Yeah, it just took some build up.
Yep.
All right, I need to find a cooler gray. That's one of them. Definitely need to get a box for all of these colored pencils. It's a must.
My wife bought me the like 150 count of the Prismacolors, and so I keep them in that box. I don't ever, even if I go to conventions and I take it with me, I keep it in that box and I tape it so that way, like the colors don't fall out. Because the first convention I went to, I spilled all 150 markers on the freaking floor.
Oh man, that would be horrible.
Yeah. Somebody was like, "Do you need help?" I was like, "Nope, I just need to be left alone right now." I'm just kind of freaking angry, and I appreciate that you want to help, but yeah, this is a learning lesson for me, and I don't need somebody to learn it for me.
Yeah, I realized like I know that they have like storage bins that I can buy for them, so that way I can organize it. I've just resigned to the fact that I'm going to just wait until I finish up my art desk in my garage, and then I'll just put them all in there, so that way I have nice storage compartments for all that stuff.
Right.
So that's the goal. So I got to build that desk over the summertime.
My wife bought me the hydraulic desk,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what I use right now because I have neck problems and everything, and so for me, it's uh, it's just a lot easier. I stand up and I draw.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that the desk that I'm building is going to have all of those options in it. Plus, it's going to have like my computer and everything like that all put together in it. Um, have a spot for all my comics and all that stuff. That's
Right.
what it's taken me literally a year to kind of figure out what I wanted to do because I'm limited on space, but I want to optimize that space for what I'm doing.
Right.
Yeah, because my wife is like, hey, you could just use the garage for your area. I'm like, I would love to, but we got to kind of figure out lighting and all that stuff because garages are dark.
Yep.
And I want to make sure that we don't have any like bug issues or anything like that. So that's another thing.
Well, that and the fact that like most garage doors are not really super airtight, and rodents get in, and then if they get into your, you know, all your art stuff, that'd be a bad deal.
Yeah, I mean, well, where I'm at, because I'm in Florida, I'm less prone to rodents versus like getting like bugs. That's the part I want to kind of like avoid. I don't like bugs near my stuff at all. And usually during the summertime, they like to come out because it's hot and all that kind of good stuff, and they're trying to find food, and
Yeah.
they can be a little bit of a menace. So I am trying to my best to figure out how to avoid all of those headaches, so to speak. But I'll get through all that stuff. I'm not stressed about it. As long as the place is like bugged and I mean bombed and everything, I don't have an issue with it. I don't have any food
Yeah.
out there, so that makes things a little easier. So I shouldn't see anything pop up. Keep that area pretty clean.
See, the other thing that I like to do with the red is I like to use a light orange tint.
Yes. I'll use a light orange or I'll use a pink for mine.
Yep.
All right. I'm trying to lock in all these.
It just adds this different layer of accent.
Like on that gunslinger, that's what I did with the gunslinger is I did all the red, and then I came back and I put the orange over top of the red and just mixed it. Oh gosh, man, chef's kiss. It was such a good idea.
Yeah, no doubt. What gray did I use? Oh, there's the gray. Okay. I remember all these
Some
little techniques.
Sometimes I love the dumb luck of experimenting.
Yeah, that is a benefit there. Like some people are too scared to try things though. I don't care. I'm like, I'll try it. If it doesn't work, then I'll move on to something else.
Yep, that's it.
But people will learn. People will get it.
I
Just take some
mean,
time.
it's so it's kind of like this. The I've had parents come up to me at conventions and are like, "So, you know, what do you think the best thing for them to do is?" And I said, "Don't be afraid to fail."
And that's good advice.
And they're like, "What do you mean?" I said, "Look, my first convention, I spent $1,000 getting ready for it. You know, I bought the tablecloth, I bought all this stuff, and I made $300.
Mm-hmm.
I came home and my wife was mad."
Right.
And I'm like, "But I learned." And
Mm-hmm.
she's like, "Well, what did you learn?" I said, I learned exactly how many counts of things I'm gonna need. I learned how to reconfigure my setup for my table.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then, the next one I did better. And then the next one I did better. And, now I just get to the point where I'm like, every single time I'm trying to improve my setup. and that's really all it's about, is just learning and growing and learning some more and growing some more.
Oh, that's the thing. People don't have the patience for that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, people want it in today's day and age. They want instant gratification. They feel like I practiced for 15 minutes today. I should be Bob Ross.
Mm-hmm.
And like I work with my grandsons. My oldest grandson was like, "Hey Gramps, come up. Can I can you draw me a Beedrill card?" And I was like, "Buddy, I'm going to do you something better than drawing you a Beedrill card. I'm going to draw it, but I'm going to teach you how I'm doing it, so that way you can do it the next time." And then wouldn't you know, like 2 days later, man, he's in his Pokemon book looking at Pokemon, and he's making the basic shapes. He's doing the things that I told him to do. And it was like I had to go into the bedroom and be like, "Man, I'm so proud." But I couldn't take my foot off the gas with him. I'm like, "Hey buddy, this is great. You're doing great on these certain aspects, but I need you to focus more on like this
Right.
and this." And he was like, "But Gramps, I'm doing what you told me." I said, "Yeah, now we're on some stuff. Now let's go for go mode."
Right. Let's make it better.
Yeah.
100%. I get you on that.
And I mean, I do what we call a snack and sketch at our local church, where kids, if they want to draw and they don't, their parents aren't artistic, they can come to snack and sketch, and if they need help, I'm there to kind of guide them along, uh,
That's
and share knowledge.
that's very cool. I like that idea. Definitely like that
So
idea.
yeah, I got so I can't take credit for it because my friends in Fort Hood, they did snack and sketch, and me and my son used to go,
Hmm.
and that was some of the best times that I had with my son.
That's really cool.
So that's why I wanted to kind of help people get out of their shell, and be a part of it, be a part of the more a part of the community. You know what? I'm not going to use a bright white on it. I'm going to use a blue, like a light blue color.
Okay. Let me run. I gotta grab my charger real quick. I'll be right back. This one I have is not working. I'll be right back.
Tink with the raid, party of one. Thanks, Tink.
All right. Let's get back into it. Hopefully this will work. Oh, somebody rated us. Okay.
Yeah, Tink did.
Okay. I realized Tank was doing a stream. Very cool. Well, that red looks good.
Look at the muscle tissue. I mean, you have to get close, but
Looks really, really good.
I enjoy putting little nuances and things where it makes people like think like, okay, so what's next?
Right. I like it. It came out really good. All right, let me try one other thing. There we go. Stay powered up. Stay powered up just a little bit longer.
I love the fact that with Miles and this style that they did with the Spider-Verse.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a lot of it's just based off of shapes, so you can literally just block it out, and it still gives the inference of the body part or whatever, you know. So
Right. And you can definitely tell, like, whoever designed these characters was definitely an artist by his raid. So they knew what they were doing when they created that. You know, as upset as I was that I didn't get to see another Spider-Verse as quickly as they had it, I'm glad that we're getting one. We get to see where it's going, because I do breakdowns in my classes.
Yeah.
And I tell people, I'm like, look, these are things that you really need to start looking at, because there's a lot of thought process that went behind these designs. I mean, just look at the posters alone. You'll see it. They get it.
So
well,
one of the
I'll take a look at your stream next time that I jump on, just so you know. Go ahead, Rob.
One of the guys that I met through the convention circuit that was helping with the first Texoma Comic Con, me and him became pretty good friends, and he actually worked on those movie posters you're talking about.
Yeah, they're phenomenal. They are pretty epic. I'm in awe. Like there's one that they have where it's Spider-Man. Well, Miles is in the front, and you just see him flipped upside down from the cityscape. And there's so many little details. Just how they composed that piece, that was just amazing. From the colors to the characters to the perspectives.
So I had to throw in. Sorry, I had to throw in some line work like Rob Liefeld does.
Mm-hmm.
That 90s forehead line and
Yep. I see it. Oh, you know what? I might want to go little with that guy. Yeah, I'm going to go smaller. Much smaller.
I think a lot of the times too, like a lot of people don't understand that when you do these lines, they are actually intentional.
Yep.
They show the motion or the direction of the muscle tissue and everything else. So
well, that's the fundamental stuff that people don't know about.
yeah.
Yeah, so don't forget, guys, whoever's on here tomorrow, I got Gabriel on here, and we're going to be doing a Wolverine Gundam. So Gabriel will be doing it in his style. I'll be doing it in my style. Just some pretty cool stuff out. So it'll be really good stuff. I'm looking forward to that.
All right, so I am going to grab more of this color blue and this color purple.
Definitely going back. This is another patch. How are you doing today, Gabe or Gabriel? Had to make Gabriel an avatar based upon his profile pic for our stream.
I seen that you did the one with my Samurai Vader. I loved it.
Yeah, I had to grab that off there because I'm like, I don't like this low res picture. I can't use that, so I have to use something. I literally sat up there and drew that yesterday.
Well, you did a
So
good job on it.
so I'm going to use it like when we do this again. Yeah, I'm definitely going to throw that up there for you. I'm going to try to do that for anybody that I stream with because I like some stuff that's unique. I mean, some people like Kay, she's already got her picture, so it's really easy for me to just grab that. But other people just have their art. That's what their staple is.
Yep.
I want to showcase that.
When I saw it, I was like, oh, okay. I like it kind of cartoony like that.
Well, look, I just want to do something different. Like nobody else does stuff like that, so I want to bring something a little different to the table as best I can. I mean, I'm not trying to, you know, do better than anybody else. I just want to do something different than everybody else does.
Yep. Well, it worked.
All right, so this motorcycle is driving me nuts. I gotta get this main piece in here, and I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Get this main piece of the engine. Well, you know what?
Might have to.
Will. So this is supposed to be over here.
I think this purple is turning out really good. But I'm not gonna do. I'm gonna put some blue in the purple.
Okay.
But I'm not going. I'm gonna do a darker purple down here at the bottom. I don't feel like this light blue is gonna do it justice for the light purple. You know, I mean, if it blends in with the orange and stuff like that, then that's great, which it does. Because I think this is like a lavender. It is lavender. Damn, I know my colors. Look at that.
You should.
Well, I mean, you know, there's so many different color purples and stuff like that. But when you see lavender and other colors, kind of over time with the Prismacolor stuff, you just kind of get used to it and everything. So
I get you.
At least for me, I'm gonna put a darker orange in there too because I feel like it still needs some contrast. Like I don't want it to. There we go. Just light little nuances of darker orange to kind of infer the buildings are there. Yeah.
I get you. Yeah, I got to do Ant's piece. No, not next. I'm gonna do his after I do this one. After I do a couple of customs piece. That's next. Yeah.
I would definitely. I would love to work with Chris more often, customs piece, but like I get so caught in my own head, and then I'm like, all right, yeah, now I have zero time. Like, there's not a whole lot of projects that I do that are for me, so I just want to try and figure that stuff out.
Yeah, I've enjoyed doing all these pieces that I've gotten an opportunity to do. They keep me on my toes. So I tell anybody that does a commission with me, challenge me. Give me something that pushes my skills because if I'm doing things that I already know, I don't have to really push as hard because I already know how to do it. But if I'm trying to figure something out, you're going to get something better from me.
Right.
And that sounds weird. Some people are like, "You mean you're shortchanging me?" I'm like, "No, it's just that I'm very comfortable drawing these particular things, and now I just need a new challenge to kind of make it even better." You're like, okay, well, I get that. So they'll give me these random things. Like this was what completely random. Joseph literally has ordered 4 different things for me that are completely things that I've never done. He did an absolute Batman versus absolute Joker. He did I think it's absolute Wonder Woman versus Medusa. He did the Xenomorph versus Predator, and now this one. So Gabriel, to answer your question, they can be whatever you want. I'm not going to do mine on a sketch cover. I'm just going to let you know that right now. I need room to breathe on that piece. It's a Gundam, so I'm not going small. What's up, D Graves? Yeah, you're catching me and Rob doing some cool stuff. So Rob's working on a Miles Morales card, and then I'm working on this Batman Ghost Rider mashup. So Gabe, I'm gonna either be doing 9x12 or 11x17. I promise you, it's not a competition. You pick whatever you want, whatever works best for you. I'm going to have to come back in here with some bigger markers. So D Graves says, "What's up, Rob?"
Yo. My mother-in-law called. I got to go over there and load up her stuff. She's going up to the city tonight.
Cool.
Yeah. My sister-in-law and my brother-in-law live up in the city, and I say the city. So anybody from Oklahoma knows when I say the city, it's Oklahoma City.
Gotcha. I was assuming.
Yeah. And then she's a little bit older, so I'm the resident maintenance guy at our house, and I'm also the resident pack mule and all kinds of other shit. But it's family, so I gotta take care of her.
Yeah, you don't even question it.
Nope. Man, I love how this purple's turning out, dude.
All right, so we're gonna go.
But I'm gonna add some darker blue in these as well. And then I'm gonna run my finger over it to blend it all
together.
Yeah. I have paper towels, but it's not the same.
Well, it's a different kind of texture.
Yeah. I like just running my hand across it and everything. If you're not getting dirty, you're not working.
It's true.
All right. Here we go.
My 3. That's how I used to do my drawings, my graphite drawings.
Yep.
Smudge them like that. Pop some
Then
orange.
if you don't have a tortillion stump, I used to tell people all the time, I'm like, just use your finger or use like a paper towel.
Yep.
And I love, like, when I come over this section, I'll go from top to bottom, and then I get some of those colors, and they're gonna blend in with the oranges and the yellows and stuff.
Yeah, I used to get precise. I would just grab one of my pencils, one of my mechanical pencils, and some toilet paper, put it around it, and because toilet paper was a little bit thinner, it gave you a little smoother texture. I'd go across that, kind of like I was drawing, and it would just smooth everything out. Look really, really good.
Ooh, I like it.
Now oh, really? We can? I did not know that.
What's that?
So Gabe is saying both of you can go over to Google and put in an application for San Diego Comic Convention 2026 art show. The website is live now for artists. So I'm like, okay, that'll work. I'll definitely put that application in.
Gabe, is that the thing that we were talking about before?
Pretty sure it's like their art gallery, like their live art gallery that you can sell your stuff there without being there. Says I was either talking about it that or MentalCon. I'm not sure what that means.
Well, this is MentalCon right here. These cards are for MentalCon right now.
Okay, I think I get the black. Alrighty, what time am I looking at? I got about 8 minutes, so I'm good.
Yeah. All right. I think that's good.
That looks great. Somebody's getting a good card.
I hope so, man. Like that, if you're gonna do this and it's gonna be for charity, you better put out your best that you've ever done.
Yeah, I'd post that thing up.
Oh, I am. I'm gonna get prints made of it too. They will have the original card, but this is gonna go in the art book. Everything that I'm doing from here on out, I'm making really good scans, and it's gonna go in the art book. And I want to do like a hardback art book, and try and get it done for like where I can sell it for $30. But in all fairness, people are going to get copies of artwork that I'm really super proud of.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to do like these little faint, how their lenses always have like this honeycomb look to them.
Yeah. I wish you could do that as a crowdfunded piece, because I'd be like all about that. I might just buy one just. Yeah, unfortunately, those licensed characters you can't do that with. They'll kick it back every time.
Yeah. There you go.
That looks really good. It's a big
Thank
card
you.
too.
Yeah, it's I think it's 2.5 by 8.
Okay.
And I'm gonna, damn it.
So Gabriel goes like, "You gonna call the book Snack and Sketches?"
Do what?
He goes, Gabriel goes, "Are you gonna call your art book Snack and Sketches?"
Oh man, that'd be cool.
It's a great idea.
It really is. So.
All right, so we're gonna go here. Why is this darker? Oh, I must have loaded that up with the. Oh, I did. Son of a bitch. Okay, that messed up that marker.
I wish I had like a little stamp where I could do like, ArtbyRob at Instagram, but I think that would kind of cheapen the fact that. There it is. That one's done. Woo! I can't wait for them to see this stuff, because they're like, dude, are you going to have enough time to get them done? I'm like, I mean, yeah.
I mean, you should start like posting them up and be like, "Hey, this is coming." That kind of stuff. Like, get people ready for it.
Yep. I'll post it on Instagram and tag MentalCon as the collaborator.
Yep.
So
That's a good move. All right. I'm going to wrap for the day. Finish this up at my school. Be cool.
are you a high school art teacher, Or college?
I'm a college professor, so I get to help a lot of this new generation of graphic designers that are coming down the pipe.
Good, because they need help.
Well, I need to help them stop being lazy. That's the biggest problem.
You know, the thing that I find that's probably the best statement you've ever said, or anybody's ever said, is I just need them to stop being lazy, put in the work,
I'm
and do the stuff.
Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I really right now I don't teach like a a set of courses. They're not bad. They are challenging, but when I work with them, I'm just like, you guys just got to make sure that you are doing stuff on time, sticking on the
Right.
schedule and the deadline, because you have other classes. You just got to realize that a lot of the things that we do in class. So like 80% of the work that I do is in my class, and they don't show up to classes.
Right.
So I'm like, I don't get you. I don't understand your whole thought process. Just
I
come to
don't
class.
understand. Yeah, I don't understand people that ever, like, if you're paying for an education, it's one thing if you're going to public school,
Hmm.
you know what I mean? But if you're paying for your education, then, and you don't, like, so some of those people that I told you about in college,
Hmm.
they, I would actually take it upon myself. I'm walking over to my mother-in-law's house, so
Oh
if
no,
y'all
you're
are
good.
walking, you're taking a trip with me. Um, a lot of those kids would be like, "Hey, by the way, um, you know, I don't, I don't understand when the art teacher." And I'm like, "Okay." So I sit there and I'm like, we could do like an art study group,
Hmm.
and kids anymore. Like, I'm done. I'm not wasting my freaking time. So
No, I get it. I mean,
just
I would love to like say you need to go, but it's a way to help them because I was in their shoes. I know exactly what they're
I gotta
doing.
go.
Okay, well, you have yourself a good one.
But all right, brother. Hey, thanks for having me on, and I look
Yeah, we'll
forward
do
to
this
doing
again.
more. Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
You
I'll
take
see
care.
y'all.
God bless. Have a good one.
God bless you too, man. Bye.
All right, guys, I'm getting ready here to wrap up. That was a good deal having Kendall on or having Rob on there, right? He killed it. Knocked out two awesome pieces, and now I'm just going to wrap this up. So I'm going to go and stop here because I need to kind of let this breathe, and I need to see where I'm deficient because I see like this radiator I got to get all done here, and then I got to work on some of these reds to really, or the fire to really make it pop out because it looks a little bland right now, and I'm not really feeling that. So I'll come back to this one, but we will be wrapping this up tomorrow. Um, it definitely won't be on the stream. I can definitely tell you that because I want to make sure that I'm working on that Gundam piece. But I will be working on Gundam with Gabriel tomorrow. The stream starts at 9. Depending on what time I get done with my workout in the morning, I might be early, so that might be a good thing. However, I will reach out to Gabriel if I'm on. Let him know that we'll do that. Um, to answer your question, Gabriel, no, I have not even put up a design or anything, but I have between today and tomorrow the morning to go ahead and get that done. So I have time. I'm not worried. Or the worst case scenario is that I figured out on the fly, which I absolutely do not want to do. So I'm going to try to not do that move. So to all of you that were with us the entire stream, we definitely appreciate you. Kendall, thank you very much. Gabriel, thanks for coming on. And thank you so much for the purchase. I'm going to get working on your idea soon, and we'll get you up and running ASAP. But I want to get some of these other people that I've had, on the back burner done, so I can move on to the next set of people and get your stuff going. All right. So, guys, until tomorrow morning, I will see you later. God bless. You guys take care, and I will see you soon. Have a good one.